Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed, my darlings. Before we start, are we living and loving? I have worn this dress so many times before on the channel, and I absolutely love it. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie because I film every day, you know, so I have to watch the coin on these clothes when I tell you. All right, so this is an old dress that I got from H&M. It was in collaboration with Giambattista Valli, and it was a capsule collection. Let me come forward so that you can see. And it's got all of these little ruffles, even in the back as well. And I just absolutely love it. It's very comfortable, and I am going out for lunch. Yes, I'm going out for lunch again. Let me just pop this out. Yes, and for those that are asking, my hair is by Healthy Hair Studio. Yes, my darlings, discount code Fumi, and it is growing exponentially, darling, and I am living and loving every single day when I go out. I love your hair. I love your hair. I'm like, thank you, I love it too. And all of my edges are back. You will want deep follicle treatment. You want that oil? Oh my God, you want it. Anyway, moving along. So how are we, my darlings? Today is yet another episode of A Sister to Sister, and we have a wonderful question. And the question being, let's look at it, is by Zethu.living. And Zethu.living says, navigating rejection. She wants to know, how does she navigate rejection from friends, family, and people we love? Sometimes it can feel like no matter how much of yourself you give, you're constantly rejected. The easiest answer would be to everybody and anybody would be, oh, walk away. Why do you care? But we care because this is our family. These are our friends. Who am I without my family? My family is extremely important to me because it's part of who I am. Most especially when it's your parents, your siblings, friends that you've gone to school with, friends that you grew up with. It's hard. And I'm going to tell you this, Mama. It's not going to get easier, but you have to now put on your big panties and take care of business. And when I say that, I'm talking about taking care of you. Your life, your career, your future is not determined by the person that leaves, because you're going to have to leave them and love them from a distance. You're going to have to do that in order for you to survive. The irony of it all is that this is the hardest part of the relationship. It's going to get easier from here. Why? Because once you take those steps, you're going to become stronger. Don't get me wrong, you're going to cry, you're going to miss them, but the grand scheme of things is, if you are working so hard to salvage a relationship where you are constantly met short, that means no matter what you do, they will never be satisfied or pleased. You have to look at it from that perspective in order to let yourself go, because you're holding yourself back from so many things, from so many other people that will live and love you. That's why you have, she's my sister from another mister. Do you understand? And you build your own family. You build your own family because the family you have, as much as you love them, it's not healthy for you. And so you're depressed, and so you're sad, and so you don't focus on what you have to do that will make you excellent. And you know, the funny thing is that they will come back once you've made it. They'll be like, you know what? We don't see Susie knocking at the door. We don't hear her. No phone call from her. Where is she? Not necessarily because they want you, but because, you know what? All of a sudden you are absent. Why? Then they'll start seeing other people, because what happens is that when you let them go, you let other people come into your life. That's why I do spring cleaning. I delete, I block, and reject as necessary. Yes, I do. Me? Oh, yes, I do. My mental health, and for the mere fact that, you know what, I like my life. I like the way that I live. You don't like it. You want to come and be judging and be breathing this negativity into me. It cannot happen. It affects my complexion, everything. I do not need that. I will block you. I will delete you. I will reject you. And, you know, for me, I'm wonderful. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I have this other thing. I can't make it. That's it. Or you will notice I just text you. You don't get voice notes from me. You don't get phone calls from me. I text you. That's it. Keep it from a distance. Or you know what it is? I just ignore. I just ignore. Because over time, and I'm 55, so I don't know how old you are, you're going to take your time. Why? Because the woman that I am today, for sure and guaranteed, by 35, I began to realize that there were certain friends, we just did not share the same things anymore. And it was not satisfying anymore just to be quiet because you want the atmosphere to be pleasant. It meant that I was being mute. I just did not want to do it anymore. I did not want to please people anymore. I wanted to be around like-minded people who shared the same funny things, who liked the art and the loud makeup and the crazy hair or the crazy outfits or whatever. I don't need to be looked down upon, judged upon, this upon. I don't need that. Neither do you. And so what you have to do is find a place where you can bloom. Because you see, when somebody pours into you, my God, you can rule the world. And that's what happened when I met Ula. Ula poured in me, and all of a sudden, the things that I thought I really could not do, I was able to conquer. Not only do, but to conquer. I just began to excel. I began to do better. Everything that I said, oh my God, this, that. Ula said, yes, you can, baby. Yes, you can. You know what? We'll do it together. You know what? I will help you. You know what? Let's this and the other. I know this person. And that is what it is.
A bottle of water is $1 at the store, $2 at the gym, $4 at the airport, and $7 on a damn flight. Same water, different price tag. Why? It ain't about the water. It's about where it's at. See, when you feel like people ain't seeing your value, it ain't because you ain't worth much. It's because you in the wrong spot. Maybe you ain't around the right crowd. Maybe you stuck in a place that ain't built to recognize what you bring. So next time you feel underestimated, stop doubting your worth. Ask yourself, where am I standing? Because if a damn bottle of water can be worth $7 just by switching its location, imagine what happens when you put yourself in the right place. Stop settling. Find where your value matches your ambition. And don't waste time trying to convince people who ain't got the vision to see it. Keep it moving. Sometimes you got to leave to level up.
And that's what it is. It's ironic, and I'm going to bring it all the way. You know, there's that guy that you liked. And then there's that guy that liked you. And no matter what this guy did, you just did not like him. And sometimes you just be there tolerating him. But he was there every single time with a sandwich, with a little flower, with something. And you felt it was annoying. That is how you're looked upon. And now because you know what that is, you gotta go. Because that guy that loves you, keeps on coming. One day he'll stop. And it will be as if to say, life stood still. And you will realize that, oh my God, the people that are riding for you, you don't notice them until they park. Mama, go ahead and do your thing. Travel light, travel solo, but for a while. Because you also need to reignite your own self-respect and respect for you. And if you are not getting it there for whatever reason, then you have to go away for but a while. And when you find your courage, and when you find your confidence, and when you find your sense of self, then you say, I didn't feel appreciated. You call it out for what it is. You call it out. That's a healthy relationship. A relationship that's one-sided, where you don't see anything, you don't express yourself, you don't this. That's a one-sided relationship. A relationship you have to appreciate both, where perhaps unknowingly you upset somebody, then you say, I am so sorry. Especially when they care and they love you, you understand that because you know how it feels now on the other end. So you say, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You also have to have the courage to stand up and say, you hurt my feelings. I came all the way from A, B, and C. I brought this, that, and the third. You barely couldn't even look at it to say this, that, and the other. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to speak up, but you have to know when you're going to speak up. Now, You are not mentally or emotionally there. You are hurt by it and you are justified. On top of which, I think that when it does come to family and siblings, it's a situation where they know you the longest. It does not necessarily mean that they know you the most. They don't know who you are, as also you might not know who they are. Maybe you have been plowing this, not really seeing them for who and what they are, and that's neither here nor there, but just as is. And you have to accept them as they are and stop trying to drive a square peg into a round hole. It's not sustainable, it will never work, and you're going to be frustrated. Also, when it comes to friends, you all grew up together. You all started together. That was how I had friends. But you know what happened? Majority of them began to get married. Majority of them began to have children. And do you know what happened? I would buy them gifts, their wedding gifts, baby shower gifts, this, that, and the third. When it was my turn, barely anybody showed up. There was a lot of envy and jealousy. They're all divorced, and it was a matter of dropping little catty comments. Because where I stood in solidarity with them, and I was hopeful for them, and I wished them well, their lives had turned a different corner. And by the time I had got married, had Adrian, they were flabbergasted, to say the least, because it was really truly against all odds. What? She married at 40, she got married, oh my God, who did she marry? I stopped and cut all of those relationships. The second I peeped it, I saw the sourness, I cut you off with a very sharp blade. Yes, I did. The same thing when I had Adrian. Shocked! I cut you off and I made new friends. Let me add to it that when they got married, there were some of them where I was no longer invited to their homes because there was that threat. Oh my God, Fumi is skinny and she's this. My husband, da 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 da. So I made other friends. I sure did. And those are the friends I have till today. One of them is ENITAN. Beautiful, beautiful friend. She's my trainer. Amazing, out in California. And I babysat Elijah. And she was the one person who had that frame of mind. What? It doesn't matter, I'm married. Come on to the house. And sometimes herself and husband would go out and I would tell me, Fumi, come. And I would stay with Elijah. That's a sister friend. Look for people that are truly... Her mother used to root for me. May her beautiful soul rest in peace. Look for people like that and add to your family. But you have to be number one. Numero uno. You are the one that drives this bus. You are the one in charge of your life. Nobody gets to ride your life into the mattress and wear it thin. Only you. And from your mistakes is where you will learn. You do not learn from your wins, even though you have to win. Let that be a driving force that, you know what, I'm going to be the baddest out here in these streets. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be this, that, and the third. And those that were riding with me, I'll remember when I get to the top. You got to be like that. But let it be a sense of self. Do not people please. Do not run after anybody. Me, myself, and I, that's three. That's you. That's your friendship. You know yourself. You get to understand yourself. You get to know what triggers you and what ticks you and what pleases you and what makes you happy. You are gifted, you are blessed, and you are born to be great. Take that greatness and plaster it everywhere so that your legacy will live on. And they will look and they'll be like, I do not believe it. Itty bitty Johnny that was around here, these streets. That's who this great man is. Trust and believe. Every great person, they really thrived from their challenges. They really thrived. And the rejection was what propelled them into stratosphere, space, and fabuloso to say, I gotta get out of Dodge because I don't think I belong here. Go where you are loved because it is from there that you will bloom. It was from there that I bloomed. It was from there. I used to stammer. I couldn't get the word out. I think I've said it earlier on this channel. I know Mr. French, wherever he is, will be looking and saying, I don't even recognize Fumi. I don't recognize the woman in front of me. Sometimes I don't recognize myself. I was a people pleaser. I thought I was ugly. I did not think I was anything to write home about. I was terribly insecure. I didn't think I had anything. I wasn't good in school. I just felt I fell short. I thought that I came out here short. The woman that you see in front of you took 55 years to build. And it's not the wins. It really was the struggles. And I struggled, especially with female friendship. I wanted girlfriends. Still love girlfriends. And even till now, I still get disappointed. The other day, there was a girlfriend of mine. I love her. And I just really realized she didn't just appreciate me as much. You know what I did? I said, I love you, Mama. I love you. I wish you all of the best. And I let it go. I let it go. Because I need to survive. And I always surround myself with what is good for me externally, because that feeds me also internally. Was it hard? Yes, it was. But I knew that my integrity and the fact that, Fumi, you have to stand for what you say and what you believe in. The way this email was sent to you was exactly the way it was meant to be delivered. And so I asked, just to confirm. And when it was confirmed, I said, baby girl, it's okay. I love you from a distance. Do that. Okay? And it's going to get better. And it's like a garage. Get out everything from the garage and only put what you need. And everything else will come in and grow plants and flowers and feed your knowledge and feed you and feed your confidence. And you will find beauty in you. And other people will find beauty in you, and you'll find yourself that in actual fact, you are beautiful. You are beautiful, and I appreciate you. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you. What? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love.